Uh, Good, but yeah, good whatever part of the day this is. I think it's after 12, so it could be good afternoon. Um, let's check some storm damage. Uh, I believe the storm was called Amy. Let's see if, well, there you have it. Ooh, that's a beautiful a braak rusula, a vomit rusula. Yes, they induce vomiting. And these are porcelain mushrooms, big uns. And this is, well, basically the only time you can see them up close. Look at that. The beautiful, slimy. They live high up in the trees, strangely enough. And they are incredibly fragile. They look a bit like those Jim Henson mushrooms. That's the bottom side. And these are edible if you know how to get rid of the slimy cover, because that's not edible. What do we have here? There's a puffball. I discovered giant puffballs, and that's nowhere near here, so they won't be featured in this video, but I'm going to check them. Again, Rusula. Very popular with slugs and snails. Yeah, they're everywhere. Let's see what's here. Ooh, these are ammonites, and wow. Yeah, beautiful. This is also a Rusula, but it's a different one. I think this is the apple Rusula, but don't take that to the bank. Ooh, beautiful lens flare. Yeah, you see. That storm damage. We're gonna see some more. Let's see if there's, well, oh wow, even more lens flares. There could be jungle bridges up ahead. And I will probably run around a bit like a headless chicken, because, well, shitty weather means a lot of mushrooms. Well, it used to mean a lot of mushrooms. Wow, that's a big one. Ooh, look at that. Eaten before it gets above ground. That's I have never seen them get this big. Not so delicate now. That's yet again another species of Rusula. Oh, oi. Here is, this is called a panther ammonite. And all ammonites have that little skirt on the stem and those white spots. And I've been looking for the green ammonite, also known as death cap, because that is pretty rare. What's this? A very ugly puffball. Oh, yeah, I'm crushing a lot of stuff. I'm gonna put you on pause for a bit. There. I had to highlight it because it's really dark inside that trunk. How dark? Well, that dark. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in and you can see where porcelain mushrooms really like to grow. Oh, there, you see them? There. That's really, really high. Yeah, I've been here before and showed you this. And all these beech trees are sick. Oi. That's why they, well, fall apart when the storm comes. And you can see those big holes there. So all they can do is make sure people aren't killed by falling branches or complete trees, which happens. Well, falling of trees, not killing of people. That's, most people are smart enough not to go into the forest when it storms, and certainly not this spot. Water. Oh, wait. Yeah, long live wellies. Oh, that's bad news. These are honey mushrooms. And they are tree killers. Yeah, honey mushrooms do not actually taste like honey. No, I tried. They are very, very bad tasting. Yeah, I'm gonna put you on pause again. That's pretty. Yeah, this is a nesting tree. For woodpeckers, obviously. Oh, those boxes. Those are bed boxes. And I didn't know they needed them here, but, well, apparently they don't, but they want to see what kind of bats live here, I think. If I understood him. This is a milk mushroom. Yeah. Yeah, it's all toxic stuff. But if you noticed, I'm touching with my right hand. Everything that enters my mouth, I do with my left hand. So, not to worry, I won't kill myself today. Here is, that's Boletus. Here's another one. I'm not sure if it's edible. There are a few species that aren't, and well, most mushrooms under beech trees are very, very toxic. From getting pretty sick to never sick again. Yeah. Ooh. That big stump. I can't get any closer because you can't see them. There. That's tinder mushroom. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna pause you and yeah, oh no, hold up. Yeah, you can already see them. We're in luck. I was here 2 weeks ago and this wasn't here. Porcelain mushrooms. That's, yeah, absolute the prettiest we have in Holland. Look at that. Beautiful colony. In fact, this is the most I've seen coming out of a branch. But yeah, this tree is not much longer for this world. Oh wow. I should take a picture. But it never does it justice, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah, well, highlight. It's also milk mushroom. Toxic. They have a numbing effect. Here's some more. And there's one that grows under cottonwood, poplars. And that is so toxic that as soon as you get some in your mouth, it feels like you've been hit by a 2x4. Yes, and how do I know that? Because I tried. Just a little bit doesn't harm you, but you feel the effects of the mushroom. And that's one that will kill you. But you have to eat it first. And that is horrible. That's a Boletus and with something. What the hell is this? It is eaten by another fungus. Oh, it's also a Boletus. Those are called a fungus guest. Well, bad guest. Yeah, it's also Boletus in the process of being eaten. They are edible, so no surprise there. Pause. And we have, yeah, I'm not sure, it could be a cork mushroom. And they are here on the ground because when they are done, they fall. It is a pore mushroom. It has pores. And well, yeah, it looks pretty done. That's the most well-known member of the Amanita family. That's the fly agar. And all ammonites have this. This is called the vellum, that white stuff, and that's attached to this. And as soon as the cap starts to open, well, it first starts to break and then it opens, and this is what's left. This is attached to the bottom part of the cap. Oh look. Oei. You can see that process happening. This breaks first, and here's the little skirt that all ammonites have. Yeah, ow, my knees. That's a big one. How big? Well, this big. But it can get a lot bigger. Here. It's the skirt. And no, it's not dangerous to touch them. In fact, they aren't even lethal if you just try them. You can't eat bags full of them, but nutritional value it has not. This is well, psychoactive. Yes, it is. And people in Eastern Europe know how to prepare them. And those are also the people that pick mushrooms in Holland. Because we are taught that, well, if it's a mushroom, it's dangerous. And, now you can't see them, but I'm standing in a field of mushrooms. Let me show you. Look. There's, and I'm not sure what this is. It looks like, yeah, how shall I translate that? Let me see what it is. Does it have pores or no? It has skirts. This looks like oh damn. Well, I can't get a translation, sorry. Oh, yeah. And there are a lot here. And, well, they can get pretty big. Yeah, sorry. Hold up. Well, this is the Beukenridderzwam. Triclo Huppeldepuppus. It only grows under beech trees. It is toxic, as is the entire family. Oh. They look like Cortiniaris. That's edible. So, never take what I'm telling you to the bank. It may kill you. I'm not a mycologist. I happen to remember a lot of names. Look at this. And if I'm honest, I've never seen these. And you know, I find the most strange and weird things, so yeah. It is eerily quiet. A lot of nuthatches, but they don't make a sound, they just hop around a little bit. Well, this is a jungle bridge from a previous storm. Not Amy. No, I'm not gonna do it. I thought it would be fun. Ooh, this is a very pretty mushroom. You've seen that before. Look at that. Ain't it birdie? And this is perfectly safe to eat. It only grows under beech trees, so that kind of contradicts my previous statement. But well, they taste a little bit like cucumber, pretty tasteless. But they used them in salads in the long ago because, well, yeah, we in Holland don't eat that much strange stuff. It's called being Calvinistic. Look. No idea what it is, but it looks awesome. It's not really... Oh. Now this is a picture. Yes, it is. Yeah, that's pretty. There's a Boletus. And why these mushrooms have these colors, it's not really a warning sign because animals eat them. As you can see, that one there has a piece of the cap missing. In fact, lots of animals eat mushrooms. That one is called squirrel bread, the brown one. And that's because, well, squirrels and other rodents eat them. Is a squirrel a rodent? Yeah, rodent has actually to do with physiological traits, especially with teeth. Okay, I think we're already half an hour in. This is also an Amanita, but it's a pink one. Look at this. That's weird. That's really weird. Yeah, I'm gonna pause you and we're gonna cross over into the last part of this lane, and that's all oak trees. And now you can see the difference, how oaks stand in the land and how beech trees do that. Beech trees work with a fungus that keeps the ground, well, bad. So the beech tree can get everything, and in return it provides sugar to the fungus. But they are in fact really, really weak trees. Again, strange pink ammonite. There again, on that branch, all porcelain mushrooms. Yes, We're going to cross over from the Badlands to the Goodlands. Yeah, I have much more with oak trees than beech trees. Grass is happily growing and other stuff. Ooh, we have big fly agars. Really big. Damn, you're big. Yeah, that's at least 20 centimeters. And here is a very, very weird family of the Ammonites. It doesn't have a skirt. Look. Nothing. This is also very bad. Yeah, these fell over. So heavy. Ugh. Look at that. They're not done yet. Yeah, it's too bad. Oh, yeah. Way too big for his britches. Now let's see if we can find super toxic stuff. Because that was what I was looking for. Very, very toxic mushrooms. They are so toxic you can smell them from meters away. Really. Well, if they're not here, I know a spot where they grow, so. A bit further up ahead are some beautiful Boletus. Not the squirrel bread. Hold up. Beautiful Russulas. And they come in an amazing variety of colors. You've already seen 3. Here's a milk mushroom. Again, very toxic. I think there are some species you can eat after you heat them, but some people think ammonites do that too, but they don't. Yeah, now I have to really look for mushrooms. It's also a Russula. That is a Russula. That's a dead mushroom. We have some more here. This is also a Russula. It's a yellow one. And the apple Russula behind it. Now there are also black ones and white colored, green. These are yellowish, greenish. That's Boletus. Yeah, I'm now gonna pause you for a bit longer because these trips always turn out longer than I expect them to be. Maybe we can find some angel jelly. Yeah, you can see that when I find it. I think I showed you this before. There's one too. And in fact, the entire forest is littered with them. Underneath here is a tree, or at least remnants of a tree. And by, not allowing it to get light, then try to kill it. Because it's an invader. It's that one, and And that one isn't. This is a native tree. This is called sporkenhout. This is a bird cherry. And they should have started with killing them about 40 years ago. But that tree stump has a function. It's to prevent badgers from turning those buckets over, because they found out it's full of goodies. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, that's a green Russula. Told you. And I'm not sure if they are all different species. It's a deep red one. Or if that color difference is, well, typical for the mushroom. I'm not sure. Because I'm not a mycologist. Damn, it's busy. I've already seen 3 people. Too crowded. Beautiful colony of sulfur heads on a dead oak tree. Yeah, it's dead. Also mushrooms with a psychoactive substance. And we have here that little red one. That's a beefsteak mushroom. Very small. That's some kind of milk mushroom. Yeah. And I recognize them by this. The center. Yeah, this whole bit that I'm walking is, well, if it's 300 meters, it's a lot. And it usually takes me about an hour and a half to get through here. And again, people, it's number 4. What is this? One of my favorite spots, really. No one bothers you here because you're not allowed to be here. Well, screw it. I found something rather rare. Look. That is from a family called wax plates. And this is a very small one. But when they're bigger, you see how small it is. These have a square cap. Yeah, it looks really, really weird. I hope I can find some more. Some larger ones. And this is also a spot. This is kept from grassing over because of cows. And this is the ideal spot to find beaker mushrooms. The big ones. Now I could find small ones that still have to grow, but well, you never know. Where is it? Ah, here. Oh yeah. Nah. This is a mycena. Now last year I found true magic mushrooms here. Also really, really rare. And octopus mushrooms. Sounds ridiculous, but yes, that is a thing. Although there's only 4 arms. I also go here for little pieces of flint. And I found little tools here. More than once. Yeah, I'm gonna pause you. I'm gonna scout around. A lot has happened in the last 2 weeks. Some deer trails, tracks. Right there, oh, are some big mushrooms. Yeah, we're going there in a moment. I think you can already see them. Yeah, I'm still walking really careful because, yeah, well, you never know what you're gonna step on. And especially in the springtime, because there are so many little birds that nest on the ground. Everybody thinks they nest in trees and bushes, and no, they don't. Most of them don't. Ooh, this is pretty. And these are edible and quite tasty, although they look like ammonites. As big as my hand. These are parasol mushrooms and I like open terrain, old land. Look, this has the same as the ammonites, same process. This is attached to the rim. These are very tasty with beans, string beans, young thin string beans, and they taste like hazelnut. And the moment to pick them is a little bit further than this one, say this one here. Oh, you can see that the cap is, well, it's open but not completely. These are the best to eat, but I suggest you don't, because they are rare. Yes, they are. I know of 2 other spots where they grow and the specimens growing there can be counted on one hand. Same as here. Well, if you're a mutant, one hand. Yeah, it's a bit depressing. I always have to point that out. It's very rare because yada yada yada. I'm gonna look a bit further. This is also, this is man-made, as is everything. Aha! A psilocybin, a real one. That means there are more. And no, I'm not gonna eat them. They're not as fun as people say they are. No, they're not. Yeah, this is all pretty fresh. So I don't think that stuff that likes to grow here has already grown here. And I also have a very, very long video. So, I think this is it. Later. Yeah, a bit on the end. This is the Isabelle colored mushroom. Don't ask.